Hello and welcome to What's Carol Cooking. Today I'm going to be making some profiteroles. Now you may be wondering what is the difference between a profiterole, a cream puff and an eclair. So hopefully I get this right. An eclair is oblong in shape and has chocolate as the topping. A profiterole is a round ball or round in shape and has a chocolate topping, and a cream puff is round in shape and usually has icing sugar as a topping. So I prefer profiteroles because they're nice and small, easy to eat and easy to make. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the choux pastry. And I have to say, the first time I decided to make this, I was really scared about making choux pastry, but actually it is really easy. So we have half a cup of water, a quarter cup of milk, a quarter teaspoon of salt, sea salt, a quarter teaspoon of caster sugar, and 80 grams of butter that I've chopped up into pieces. So all we're going to do is we're going to take that to the stove and I'm going to start heating it on medium, and when it comes to the boil and the butter is all melted, we will go to the next step. Right, it's starting to boil and the butter has melted. Just let that boil a little bit more. Then I'm going to reduce the heat and I'm pouring in 3/4 cup of plain flour and giving it a stir. And stirring for a few minutes, actually a few seconds, it's about less than a minute. And as you can see, that's all mixed up. I'll turn off the heat and we are done. Now I'm going to put the choux pastry, it's hot, straight off the stove into my mixer. And I'm going to start mixing to cool it down. I have 3 eggs beaten lightly, and I'm going to pour half of that into the mixture and let it mix. And then add the rest. And we're just going to let that mix for a little bit until everything is incorporated and we've got a beautiful choux pastry. Okay, that is all combined and looking good. And you can see the choux pastry looks great. I've popped the choux pastry into a piping bag. You can use a nozzle if you like. I prefer not to use a nozzle. And now I'm going to squeeze some balls onto my parchment paper. And I've preheated the oven at 180. It's okay to have a little tail. It'll all work out in the end. There we have it. We've got our profiteroles, and I'm going to pop that in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until they are golden on the top and baked. While the profiteroles are baking in the oven, I'm going to make the cream mixture. So this is a cup of cream, fresh cream. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of icing sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and whip that. So that looks really good. You can see it's nice and stiff, and we're going to pop this in the fridge until the profiteroles are nice and cool, and then we're going to assemble it. The profiteroles have been in the oven for 25 minutes, and as you can see, they're beautiful and golden brown, and I've left them sitting for about another 20 minutes, so they are really cool to the touch. I've melted some of my favorite Lindt chocolate, put it into the microwave for 30 seconds and gave it a stir, and then another 30 seconds, so that looks beautiful. And of course we have the cream that we whipped earlier. So now it's time for some plating. So take the profiterole, cut it like that, pop some cream into it, and dip it into the chocolate and back onto the paper. I'll finish all of these, and then I'm going to pop it into the fridge and we'll have a taste later. They've been in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and as you can see, the chocolate is nice and hard, and so all that's left to do is to have a little taste. The cream tastes really good because of the icing sugar and a little bit of vanilla, and then you've got that beautiful, delicious chocolate smooth taste against the very light choux pastry. So I think I'll just have to finish eating this. Please remember to like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy. See you next time.